everybody, it's Catherine from Jayne Catherine on Books, and I'm here today with my choice of books for this year's Bookbuddyathon. So it's hashtag Bookbuddyathon 2020, and this is the fourth year that I've participated in this with my buddy Kerry Ann from WomanVsBooks. We've done it together. We started our channels 3.5 years ago, so roughly about the same time. So yeah, we've done Bookbuddyathon ever since, so this will be our fourth, and I'm really looking forward to it. As always, it's hosted by lovely Elena from WomanVsBooks and FlamingoReads. I'll leave their information down below. So let's see what the book prompts are this year. So a buddy read a book. So Kerry Ann and I have decided we're going to read this, which is Hidden People, and this is by Alison Littlewood. You can see that, it's a very dark cover. Now, we've had this forever, it seems like forever, and I accidentally ordered 2. And you know, sometimes it's such a rigmarole to send books back or whatever, so I sent the other one to Kerry Ann and said, shall we do this as a buddy read? And it must be over 2 years ago we decided we were going to do it, and then we ended up buddy reading other books, and it kept getting shoved to the back of the shelf. So this year we decided that yeah, we will do it. We will have this as our book of choice. Now this, don't know too much about it, but it's a bit of a gothic thriller type, and Albie Mirrells, he met his cousin, who is Lizzie Hicks, at Crystal Palace for the Grand Exhibition. And this was Crystal Palace in London, but the original Crystal Palace was in Hyde Park, not where it is nowadays. What hill is it, David?
Pengill.
Pengill.
Was Pengill, it's now Crystal Palace.
Right, but it is in Crystal Palace, the place. It's now called Crystal Palace.
Yeah, because of the Crystal Palace.
Because of the Crystal Palace, the Great Exhibition. The Great Exhibition, though, was actually, the original buildings were in Hyde Park. I don't think you really need to know all that, but I just thought I'd give you a bit of, you know, bit of extra info if you're not from the UK. Anyway, I digress as usual. And he leaves his young wife to go and investigate what has happened to Lizzie. Now apparently they've had message that Lizzie has been murdered, and there's all sorts of strange hearsay going on that the leprechauns have took her away, or there's some sort of cult thing going on. I'm not quite sure. I think her husband has been charged with a murder because he thought that she wasn't his wife anymore. She's somebody that had been replaced by the little people or something like that. So we thought that sounded quite intriguing, and I'm surprised we've not read it further. The thing with Albie is that he's got quite a scientific brain, so all this nonsense. So off Albie goes to Yorkshire to investigate the murder and what's happened to his cousin, and he's got quite a scientific brain. You know, that's why he was at the Great Exhibition, and yeah, he thinks all this talk of fairies and being spirited away and all that malarkey is nonsense. So we'll see. Looking forward to that. Next, get your buddy to pick a book off your shelf. So Kerry Ann had about choice of 3 or 4, and she's chosen this one. And no, she didn't. No, she didn't. I tell a lie, she didn't. She chose this one. Marrying a Stranger. You see, you've had a sneaky peek of another book there. Marrying a Stranger by Anna Jacobs. This is a love story. And Megan and Ben meet. There's this mutual attraction, and the only problem is that Ben's going off to Australia in a week's time, and she doesn't want to lose him. So when he suggests they get married, she does. She does, the silly girl. anyway, we'll see what comes of that. I mean, you know, it could be anybody, couldn't it? So that's Marrying a Stranger. Number 3, what we got down here. Read a book your buddy gave 5 stars to. So a few choices again, and Kerry-Ann gave me a list of her 5-star reads, and I've decided that I'm going to reread The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. Now I've had to redo this because I was getting Evelyn Hardcastle and Husbands of Evelyn Hugo and everybody else mixed in. So it is The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, and not Hardcastle. Yeah, so some of you may see that some of the copies are very earlier copies, and I got it on NetGalley as the 7.5 deaths. In actual fact, the copy that came out was 7 deaths. So yeah, very good book. I really enjoyed it. A little bit confusing. So the premise of this book, if you've not heard about it, is that there's a house party, and on a particular date in time at the house party, Evelyn Hardcastle is murdered. And then we have a chap who every morning he wakes up, he is in the body of a different house guest. So he relives the same day in time over and over again. So you get different perspectives from different people that were at the house as to what happened and the events that led up to Evelyn being killed. So I'm looking forward to that one again. So that's that. Next, read a book with your buddy's favourite colour on the front. So Kerry-Ann is, her favourite colour's lilac, and I just so happen to have this on my shelf. And I'd only mentioned this a few weeks ago that I wanted to read this because I'd read another book by Menna van Praag. This one is The Lost Art of Letter Writing. So I expect it to be a little bit of a magical realism type book again, which is like the last one that I read of hers. And it says, in a forgotten nook of Cambridge in the UK stands a little shop. Thousands of sheets of beautiful paper and hundreds of exquisite pens wait for the next person who, with the help of Clara Cohen, will express the love, despair and desire they feel to correspondents, alive, estranged or even deceased. So I am looking forward to that one. Yeah, I really enjoyed the little book dress shop. So I'm expecting that to be another good one. And then finally it says read a book about friendship. So we'll get it right this time. This is the one I picked off my shelves. It's one that I got on the Black Friday bargains, and this is by Fanny Blake, With a Friend Like You. So this is Beth and Megan, who have been best friends for years and years, but I believe that friendship is put to the test when Beth's daughter, something happens with Beth's daughter that puts that friendship under a lot of strain, and we'll have to see if it survives whatever's going on. So I'm really looking forward to that. So there are the 5 books for the Bookbuddyathon, and then for the challenge prompts we've got Speak to Your Buddy once a week. Well, that's great, we talk most days anyway. Read some of your book to your buddy. So we're going to decide what date we're going to do that and how we're going to do it. We'll be able to, we both live on different sides of the country, so we'll be doing it by Skype or Messenger or whatever. Watch a book adaptation together. So we've decided we're going to watch the 1935 edition of the 39 Steps, and we're going to read that at the end of June. So we're reading our buddy book at the beginning, and at the end we're going to do the adaptation. If you go back to the 39th day of my book a day while we're locked away, 39 Steps is the book that I recommend there, so you'll find out more. Set your buddy a book quiz, so we've got to decide about that yet, and post a review on social media and get your buddy to share it. So there we are, that's the stuff there for 2020 Bookbuddyathon, and very happy that Kerry-Ann and myself are going to be participating for the 4th year running. And quickly before we go, I've got a couple more books I've chosen to go on my June's TBR. As you know, I'm choosing my TBR from my bookshelves to try and get some of my my books, my TBR down off my shelf. So that's 5. So I've chosen another couple. Nothing to do with the Bookbuddyathon, but 2 slim reads, so that if I've read all those 5, I've got something left to go at. So The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald, and this is a classic, and this is featuring the American jazz age, and beautiful cover. This is a 2018 edition published by Arcturus Publishing. I mean, it originally came out in 1956, but I just love this cover. And then finally, one that's been on my shelves and recommended, I can't remember now who recommended this. Who Can She Trust? The Silent Woman. And this is a World War II, or just post-World War II, I think. Terry Lynn Thomas. So, no, it's not post, it's pre-World War II. Catherine Carlyle is trapped in a loveless marriage, and the threat of World War II is looming. She sees no way out, that is until a trusted friend asks her to switch her husband's papers in a desperate bid to confuse the Germans. So it sounds like a bit of a spy, espionage, double agent sort of thing. And looking forward to that one. So that's The Silent Woman, Terry Lynn Thomas. So there you go, my lovelies. There's my TBR for June, and very much looking forward to starting Bookbuddyathon 2020 tomorrow, which is the 1st of June, with my bestie Kerry-Ann from WomanVsBooks. So see you again next time. Bye for now.